Rex to the place, huh?
Now, who you gonna win? Lamont.
Man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather has weighed in on the much-talked-about clash between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, offering his perspective on the controversial decision. The fight's conclusion triggered a flood of reactions throughout the boxing community. Shakur Stevenson also made his stance clear, insisting the result was no draw. In his view, Roach was the rightful winner. Stevenson called out Davis for showing too much confidence and not giving Roach's talent the credit it deserved. In Stevenson's opinion, Davis overlooked Roach's abilities, and that misjudgment was evident in his performance, leaving many fans equally frustrated.
Now, who you gonna win? Lamont.
You thought Lamont won? By how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
So what?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a real steam or a fire out of me? Or is it still the same?
I mean, we're gonna see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Shakur, what went wrong for Gervonta in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in, they really...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was gonna go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been knew I was the best.
Shakur Stevenson took to Twitter to react to the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight, stating, "My tweet hit tonight for the people who don't know boxing," and adding that the fight played out exactly as he predicted. Many fans backed Shakur's view, with calls for an immediate rematch quickly gaining momentum. Meanwhile, popular boxer and media figure Jake Paul also gave his opinion, voicing disappointment with Davis's performance. Paul felt the fight lacked the intensity and excitement expected at a championship level. Frustrated, he even compared the match to a light sparring session rather than a serious showdown. Paul also highlighted that Davis didn't seem like his usual self, noting a clear shift away from his signature aggressive style.
Man, he got lucky at the draw. He did a good fight though. I thought he won it, but man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned. Oh my God. But god damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
Middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade weighed in on the fight, praising Lamont Roach for his standout performance from start to finish. Andrade didn't shy away from sharing his disagreement with the official draw, stating that Roach clearly did enough to secure the victory. Despite the debatable outcome, Andrade still applauded both fighters for putting on a competitive, high-skill battle, highlighting the exceptional talent both men brought to the ring.
Fight, Roach had something that we all wasn't expecting. He might have had power. His distance was good. He came in ready, prepared to fight, and he showcased that. And man, we had a good fight overall. It was a good IQ fight.
In all honesty, do you think Roach pulled it off?
I'm not going to say that. I don't think that the draw is good. You know. Other than that, it was a great fight. We'll love to see it again. It's me again, Caleb Plant, Chalo, Munguia, Edgar Berlanga. Where the fuck you motherfuckers at? Let's get this shit happen. You already know. Stop playing. Let's get these shits popping, man. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick.
I mean, 100%. What do you think about Berlanga's obviously opponent that he chose? I mean,
Lightweight contender Isaac Cruz didn't hold back when reacting to the draw, highlighting a critical moment where Gervonta Davis took a knee during the fight. Cruz claimed the referee and judges failed to properly recognize the incident, which should have given Lamont Roach extra points on the scorecards. In Cruz's view, this overlooked moment heavily influenced the controversial outcome, resulting in what he believes was an unjust draw.
Pues ahora sí que dieron una gran pelea, ahora sí que me sorprendió la pelea que dio Lamont Roach y bueno, fue una gran pelea para todos los aficionados.
¿Tú crees que fue un empate?
No, yo creo que no, creo que le quedaron a deber la caída a Lamont Roach, pero bueno, decisión de los jueces y del referee que no le hizo válida la caída, no le hizo el conteo.
¿Qué le fue mal en esta pelea para Gervonta? ¿Qué fue lo que no hizo para que los jueces le den esta pelea? ¿Tú qué piensas?
Bueno, él nada más apostó a un solo round, a un solo golpe para poderlo noquear, y el cual Loma venía muy bien preparado, muy bien concentrado en el plan de trabajo. Bueno, creo que a Tank le faltó presionar, tirar más golpes para ser más contundente y que se viera más efectivo a la hora de la victoria.
¿Te gustaría ver una revancha entre ellos?
Pues estaría muy agradable. Ahora sí que la primera estuvo muy buena, yo creo que la segunda también.
Former world champion Danny Garcia offered his take on the fight, calling it an action-packed showdown that showcased the talents of both fighters. Speaking about Gervonta Davis' performance, Garcia noted that not every bout captures a boxer's full potential, hinting that this might have been an off night for Davis. He also emphasized the unpredictable nature of boxing, reminding fans just how tough it is for fighters to perform at their peak every single time they enter the ring.
There's no doubt this was a statement.
Danny, what's going on, my man? What do you think of the fight?
Stay with me, right?
Danny, what do you think of the fight, man? Are you surprised by the outcome? It was a close fight.
I'm not surprised the way Lamont fought. I knew Lamont was going to come to fight. It was an opportunity of a lifetime. He did a good job. He fought a great fight.
What went wrong with Tank Davis? I mean, I was
what was wrong with him? Every night in boxing is not your best, you feel me? But at least he got the draw.
Would you like to see a rematch of this or jump into a fight with Shakur Stevenson?
They don't, whatever they want to do. You think it was a draw? I don't know. It was a good fight.
Veteran boxing commentator Jim Lampley weighed in on the fight's outcome, noting that draws rarely satisfy either the fans or the fighters. He highlighted that many expected Gervonta Davis to deliver a clear knockout victory, especially with Lamont Roach stepping up in weight for this matchup. Lampley went on to say that Davis's failure to secure a knockout could be seen as a setback, raising questions about his standing and reputation in the lightweight division.
For fans, for people in the sport, etc., etc. I thought it was, in essence, the right decision. The only question about whether the upset draw is justified is whether Steve Willis erred in not deducting a point in a late round when Tank Davis appeared to touch the canvas with his hand. And, you know, that is going to stay in the woodwork and haunt the fight in the breach a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's a setback in Tank's career and for his reputation. I think most observers expected him to knock Roach out, particularly because Roach was moving up from 130 to 135. Sometimes when a fighter moves up in weight, he gets stronger, and it looked as though maybe Roach did get stronger and had a greater ability to resist Tank's power than other opponents have had. Because Tank did tag him with a lot of clean shots, and he wound up throwing more punches than he likes to throw to get that done. He tagged him both on the chin and to the belly, etc., and couldn't seem to hurt Roach. And that was another surprise in the overall picture of the fight.
Undefeated welterweight champion Terence Crawford turned to social media to express his shock over the referee's decision to ignore Gervonta Davis's kneeing incident. In his post, Crawford didn't hold back, questioning whether the officials overlooked basic boxing rules during the fight. "I've never seen a fighter take a knee and not have it counted as a knockdown. Guess they forgot the rules tonight," Crawford remarked.
Left. Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with Crawford. He took a knee. He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his...
Former three-division world champion Abner Mares added his voice to the conversation, calling for an immediate rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. Mares highlighted that Roach fought at his absolute best, a level that both fans and even Davis himself may have overlooked. He suggested that this underestimation contributed to the fight's controversial outcome, and a rematch would give both fighters the chance to make the necessary adjustments and settle the score once and for all.
I thought Roach closed the last 2 rounds, and then if you think about it, that knockdown was a knockdown. He took a knee, they should have counted, and you know those 2 points, like Roach said, you know, it would have been on his favor, and he would have won the fight. But you know, I hope they run it back again, which I'm sure they will, and you know, we get more of a clear, you know, victor for either side.
How much of tonight was Lamont Roach being Lamont Roach, and how much of it was Gervonta Davis maybe not being at his best?
It was more. Reason? It was more. Yeah, well said. I think it was more of Lamont being Lamont. A lot of people were not expecting that. He was catching the punches really well, took them well, great combinations, and he just stood in the pocket and fought him right in the center of the ring. Even Tank was not expecting that, and I think that threw him off. And great great performance by Lamont Roach, and Tank Davis. He's got to fight more. He's not as consistent with the fighting, and again, the timing probably wasn't there for him this fight.
What does it say about Tank, man? Some people had him as high as top 5, top 10 pound.
You know what that's gonna say about Tank now. Obviously, people are gonna talk shit, and people are gonna put him, probably take him down on the pound for pound list, and it is what it is. But so that's why Tank has to come back and really get that rematch and really make a statement, if it's with him or whoever else.
And lastly, Adam, people wanted to know who's the best lightweight. Is it Keyshawn, Shakur, Tank? Do you think he can still beat those guys, or did Lamont show some things tonight that those guys are just?
Lamont's definitely there. Lamont can fight any of these guys.
Yeah.
My reaction for this Tank versus Roach fight, I'm really disappointed, to be honest. Like, it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and the reason why is they leaving a negative energy out there. And a lot of y'all might not understand because y'all don't come from underserved environments or was never incarcerated or things like that. I'm from DC, and I know how we get active. I know people from Baltimore, and I know how they get active. When we talk about rivalries are cool. When I'm talking Commanders, Cowboys, stuff like that, that's friendly and cool. We talk our trash, but when we talking about when it's negative and we know that Tank have a young following, things like that, and I'm seeing certain people at these press conferences, violent individuals, and things can really turn out bad. So yeah, I understand they selling the fight and things like that, but certain things, it can get real bad. And I don't want to see nobody lose their life. Let this be a healthy rivalry. Y'all go in there, best man win, and fight over. It should be all love. We got to be careful with the messaging that we putting out. It's Mr. We Fit.
Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either. So I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds. So it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight. But it's cool.
Okay, questions?
Okay. Tank, is KG with Fight Hype. I wanted to ask Tank, when the decision was read, the way that you reacted, it looked like you was upset. You slammed your gloves on the canvas. What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
I didn't slam my glove on the canvas.
Okay, maybe I mistook from my vantage point, so that's my mistake. But what was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that. But it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need what is it called? Yeah, man. I didn't know what round it was. Good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either. So I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds. So it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight. But it's cool.
Okay, questions?
Okay. Tank, is KG with Fight Hype. I wanted to ask Tank, when the decision was read, the way that you reacted, it looked like you was upset. You slammed your gloves on the canvas. What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
I didn't slam my glove on the canvas.
Okay, maybe I mistook from my vantage point, so that's my mistake. But what was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that. But it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need what is it called? Yeah, man.
Lamont Roach definitely earned my respect tonight. Definitely one of the first fighters to put Tank to the test. just matching fire with fire. That was a good fight. For me, I need to see a rematch ASAP. But yeah, Tank definitely took the knee, 100%. I see Roach winning that 7-5 personally, but boxing is business, so they were never gonna let him have that win. Roach's timing was on point though. No easy knockouts tonight, just sharp counters. Like, real, very good fighter, very good fighter. Let me know what you guys think, if that robbery was fair or not. Leave it in the comments.
Lamont Roach just got cheated, and Lamont Roach's fight versus Tank Davis just ended in a draw. And based on what I just seen, he was winning the fight. But you know what makes it worse? What makes it worse is Tank Davis took a knee. When you take a knee in boxing, that's supposed to be an automatic knockdown. They literally let Tank Davis take a knee. The referee wanted to count. He chose not to count. He went to the corner, wiped off his hair, wiped off his eye, and then kept fighting. And to me, that makes no sense. How are you able to do that and not be a knockdown? Yo, boxing is crazy, bro. This stuff is wild. And you know what makes it even wilder? His excuse said, I just got my hair done and my hair was in my eye. Bruh, cut your hair. This is boxing, man. Y'all dudes be trying to look too pretty. But with all that being said, it was a great fight. I just hate the ending. Give that man Lamont Roach the knockdown so he could go ahead and win.